Welcome back to the Aquarius training video series. In this video, we are going to look at the output view in the rating development tool. The output view is like a preview button. Without leaving your rating development environment, you can quickly see how your model output will look. Now, you could do the same thing by saving and exiting out of the rating development toolbox and then opening Quick View on your derived time series. But in many cases, it's much more convenient to test changes that you're making within the development environment and then see what those changes are going to do to your output, and then make other changes and check your output again. And so it's just a much more convenient workflow in many cases. You will find this Output View tab near the Rating Zoom tabs. This should be in the lower left panel of the default layout. Here it is down here. To change what the output view shows, use its configuration button here. In this window, I'm telling the output view what signal I want to use as input for my model. I'll use this turbidity time series here. And when I click OK, you see how it has taken that turbidity time series, run it through my turbidity TSS rating, and calculated this TSS time series that you see here in the output view. Now, if I go in for a closer look on part of this output, I'll just zoom right on in here. It looks to me like my model is computing zeros for a lot of the input. It looks like whenever the turbidity gets very low, my model is just putting out a zero. When I see this, I'm thinking that probably I haven't extended my rating down far enough to calculate meaningful output for low turbidity. What I'm going to do is make a change to my rating to try and correct this, and then we'll see how the output view reflects that change. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the rating table and I'll add a rating point at the very low end of this curve. Just like that. I could do this graphically, but I'll just key this in just for efficiency. And you can see if I look at my overview panel, I've just added this point down here. So that should extend my rating curve down to cover really low turbidity values. So now, if I click the Output View's refresh button, that's this one right here, there, you can see that my model is now giving me much better output than it was before. I can also visually compare my new model output to the output that it was giving me before I started making changes like this one here. I'll go back into the configuration window, set the compare to signal here to be the derived TSS time series that I created back in Springboard, and hit OK. And now you can see quite clearly that this new output that's going to be produced from my revised rating, you can see how much better it is than what would have been derived before using the existing rating, before I made any of the changes.